Oh, hi there. Welcome to Eye of the Storm. I'm Devin. You guys already know me. I got my new co-host here, the better one, Shaquilis O'Neillis.
What's this?
Hi.
What's
The new host. He's already doing a better job than you. He's got more views.
It's probably because he hasn't said anything yet.
Exactly.
I'm taking this. Someone take Shaq out of here.
Got it.
Alright. Anyway, welcome to the Eye of the Storm, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Traven Walker. Alongside me is my ungrateful coach, Devin McDonald. And
Hello.
So we got a lot to talk about. We actually have some pretty fun things to talk about this week.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a prank pulling on me earlier, and I'm so dizzy over it.
Someone wouldn't realize until afterwards.
Someone gifted me a game. Just say that, and it was running on one of the PCs. I'm not explaining it to Diddy. Anyway, so let's talk about last week's matches. All right. So yesterday, I can see Shaq in the corner of my eye. Before we run out this, I'll let you guys know we actually have a few special guests this week. Some very special ones, Seth.
A lot of them are familiar to you guys. You guys have seen them on camera a lot.
And also you've heard their voices throughout all these matches as well. But we'll get to that in a second. First, let's run off to this week's scores. Yesterday, Smash played their last game in an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah.
They beat WVU Tech 2-1.
It was a comeback win.
Yes. Right? To talk to a couple of the players today about it, we were unfortunately weren't able to watch it. I mean, it was streamed. I got to watch it back. It was a very entertaining match.
Yeah, there's a team. Our watch team had a event we went and did, and we weren't able to make it. We did talk to the team beforehand. I talked to John for a little bit before match, and he seemed like he was ready. He was kind of upset about it being his last match because it was the first time he has not made playoffs since his run here at Rio. But
are you saying like last match like for the season?
Yeah, for the season
okay,
for the most part.
I wasn't sure what was going on with that. Okay, speaking of Overwatch, 3-0 win versus Muskego. Absolute dominant faction. It was hardly close.
Yep.
I'd say that. Very talented players, but Rio just did their own thing and played their own game very strongly. Rocket League had a forfeit win for GW Black. They're supposed to play this week. However, that is not happening right now. The bye week was last week, but it turns out GW was trying to play last week, but could not play. So, one step closer for them to make playoffs. They have to win this week, and they will make it because SUNY also lost one of their games. So they are is their playoff spot to give up now.
Yep, it is crunch time now for them.
In League of Legends, more the same. 2-0 versus Mayor's College.
Overwatch and League of Legends are currently still the only undefeated teams right now.
Currently, right now, yes, I do. I know I have someone over here yelling at me about it.
You just
I have no. I have things to talk about. I was gonna go more in depth about all these games here in a second. Okay. Like I said, okay, we're gonna circle back around with the Rocket League stuff. They need to beat St. John Fisher. They are undefeated this season. They have a tall task ahead of them. Not this week, but next week during our spring break. Which we'll talk about spring break by the end of the episode, by the way. We're not sure how that's going to work just yet.
Right.
But SJF is undefeated. I think 4-0 now, probably 5-0. They are close to sweeping their bracket and getting into playoffs. Rio has to go through them to even consider making playoffs. And that is a tall order. We've seen a situation like this earlier last week with Smash Team with FAU. Obviously, that didn't play out with them. And things didn't really work their way. But besides that, it wasn't bad. You know, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching that.
League of Legends so far.
Yeah, League of Legends keeps their undefeated streak of maps and games as they are now 10-0 in maps on the season, 5-0 on the 5-0 on the season in total, and also Zappy subbed in during that match. You're playing this week, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, spoilers, Zappy's on the show this week. But Zappy filled in, I'm not sure, I forget what role. Playing support role, but that's a bot lane role, isn't it?
Yeah, it's bot lane.
Yeah, I knew that. They're on support, and did pretty, I'm going to say, they did really well. They held their own. I heard that there was a couple hiccups, but it was nothing to stop the continuous role that Rio and League of Legends has had. And they have a tall task ahead of them as well, as they also go against the other undefeated team this week against Stockton. Something to really look forward to this week. And as I said earlier, the Red Storm overwhelmed the Muskies in very dominant fashion. Map 1 was just endless beatdown. Round 2, Map 2 was more of the same. Map 3, there was a couple of hiccups, as the Muskies did hold them to 1 point on Rialto, but Rio was not going to be denied the 3-0 sweep, as they held them to 0 points on their defense.
And that was just big. We tried a different comp out. It was something we were kind of throwing in the trial phases. We were throwing in some different players, and it was just the only thing that beat us was just communication and just some early swaps that we should have did. That was about it.
Yeah, I at the time I wasn't really like agreeing with like the call on some things. Like I was really confused of like about the Sombra call at first, because I remember that was one of the things we picked on our offense. I was like, we didn't practice Sombra all week.
Yeah.
We haven't even considered a Sombra in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Why are we now considering a Sombra?
Sombra works good with ball.
It does.
But for that instance, it's a heavy communication factor.
It's not the Hunter thing on, like, oh, it doesn't work on paper. On paper, it does work. It should work. But it was just the fact that, like, it was never practiced. And it was just never.
We were wanting to throw something out there on trial.
But it was fine to throw it. I mean, we did win the game 3-0 still. That was the only like hiccup part of it, I suppose. We did go over it in practice, but other than that, it wasn't really much. I think really coming back from that one. And then, as I said, Rat Smash finished off their season in an absolute classic. Honestly, something to be proud about for them. And a very blotched season for them.
Yeah.
It's a kind of one of those good things. It's like, we didn't make the playoffs, but we finished with a win. You can keep your head held high and figure out what's next for us.
It was a good ending point for them for this semester.
Yeah.
Something to hang their head high on and work towards for next semester. They got a couple of recruits coming in for next season. Hopefully they can start working on something.
Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll move on to another segment going into the match of the week. Already previously talked about earlier. It is the URG League of Legends match versus Stockton College. This has been the biggest deal match we've talked about all season so far. A 5-0 team going against a 5-0 team. It is something exciting to be looking forward to.
This is definitely one of those games you'll either be seeing in championships or early in playoffs.
Yeah, this is a team. We're gonna be seeing this matchup again, more than likely. It's a good chance that we're gonna end up seeing this match again. So this first time around, is both teams flawless all the way through. Someone has to lose on Friday. That's the unfortunate part. 2, this is like Ali Tyson, which never happened. I mean, all these other bigger fights, I don't know. I wasn't really a big boxing fan growing up. So, but no, this is like your superpowers going against each other. You know?
I think this is going to be a nail biter to the end, but I do think Rio will pull out.
It's going to be a big thing. Also, another thing as well, the big storyline around it is that Zappy being a factor in this one as well. Played last week, did pretty well. Like I said, heard from a teammate, i.e. Ploplo, saying that there was a couple of hiccups. Things probably need to be tuned up. That's probably about it. But other than that, I think that I have full faith that he's going to do just fine, and Rio can keep it on. Now, do we want to make a prediction for that game?
I think it's going to be a 2-1.
Honestly, I'm going to say a 2-1. I'm going to say 2-1. Wait, call him bold prediction. Bold prediction, you're saying.
You don't remember that?
Yeah. You want bold predictions here?
Well, that's a bold prediction, yeah.
No, they probably heard that.
Jesus. But no, another thing as well, the biggest thing with this fact that he was, Zappy didn't really come from League of Legends. He played Overwatch for the last 2 or so years, didn't play last semester, and then now is competing again back in League of Legends.
If he doesn't want to do the things that his older brother does, he literally got me into the game of Overwatch and then left the game of Overwatch after he got me into it.
Okay, so we got a lot of things to cover as well. And one of the fun things I wanted to do, at least before I get sent off to the farm, aka I graduate, I wanted to bring up a little history of Riot Brand. Not really the one part of history that you don't really see too often, and that is the uniforms. AKA just the jerseys we have, because most of the uniforms are just the jersey. A lot of history, believe it or not, in the span of 4 years?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I only have 2 jerseys, so.
Yeah,
one of them I ripped in half.
I have all of them, except for the first one. I had to borrow this one from from the archives. So.
Should have brought the Rookie and Half one.
Yeah, no, that would have been awesome. I should have told you about this, actually. Don't think about it. So,
I literally just went home.
So, we're going to start off with the first one. We have the infamous baseball jersey.
Mm-hmm.
This was the very first jersey ever used in competition for Rio Grande. Players didn't really care for it. I'm not going to lie. There wasn't a lot of players that really cared for it. I had notes about this, too. That's the crazy part.
I do like the jersey detail. I can see why people don't like the jerseys.
I like
not a lot of people like the buttons.
It was designed by Esports Gear.
Which there's a lot more stuff in the back. That's my biggest thing.
Well, these were the base things. They weren't expecting people to have this.
Right.
That's the thing. Like, 'cause remember the one I had? It just said Rio Grande on the back. I mean, you could have bought one, and you could have put your own gamer tag on it. But the thing is, at that time, you're like, am I really going to spend $60 to put my name on it?
I mean,
from the first director, the exact quote was that people can have options based on the climate of their environment they're playing from. So, like, if you're hot, you can button it or take it off, or if you're cold, you can just button that thing back up, put it on. It wasn't really favored by a lot of people just because, like, it just wasn't an esports jersey. Also, according to Diddy, apparently they're going to preserve this jersey in the museum.
nice.
They're going to try to put some of our jerseys in the museum, trying to make sure it stays preserved for years to come. So for the fact
because
that,
I mean that is the first program.
Yeah,
here.
this is the first jersey of the program, so it's something really I'm really careful with.
Are they gonna put your jersey in there?
Hell no. Like I said, we had this talk yesterday. I'm not, like I said, I might have done a lot for this program. I'm not notable. I'm not that notable. The thing is that this is more tied to like teams like Rocket League and the Call of Duty team that we've had for a little bit. There's the games with controllers. It seemed like the PC games that we had. A lot of notable players you've seen wear that jersey were like ASGod, Spoonie, and a lot of the Rocket League teams like JSPL, like Rocket League players like JSPL and all that.
Right.
They favored that jersey a lot. However, my favorite jersey is the very first actual jersey we got, the white one, which kind of blocks up a little bit. This was favored by a lot of teams. This was the go-to for a majority of teams. Okay. This was designed by Alyssa Lingenfelter. I forget how to pronounce her last name. It goes by Dr. Storm. Both this and the next one both came out at the same time. This jersey has a lot of history with it, just by the look of it itself. This was favored by the Overwatch team, the Valorant team, and the R6 team. It's also this was used during a bunch of big moments for the program, like the first playoff appearance, which was in the Valorant 2021, and the first championship win, which was fall 2022 for Rainbow Six. Iconic players that were put in this one. I had a bunch of them list off. Me, obviously, I'll put that out there because it's my jersey. I wore this one a lot. You couldn't catch me out on this one unless you switched jerseys. That's all. It was like unless we went like a completely different design, I was always in this one. But that, One Tap, Terminal, Caboose, all those guys, very notable people. Also Gold. He still wears this to this day.
Yep. So does Anonymous.
Yeah. Well, that's also another thing I want to put out. There was a problem with printing errors.
Yeah,
these jerseys. Because the problem is that both the next design and this design were the same thing, but if you order them both, you had like a 50% chance that the sleeves were going to be wrong. I know Terminal had a messed up one, and I know that Anonymous had a messed up one. So let's keep that in mind. Which was the red one. No one liked this. I mean, I liked it. It was mostly a preseason jersey for me. Like if I used this one, it was for like activation week, or if it's just like scrims, or at the time when I was playing multiple games, I wore this for R6, and I wore a white one for Valorant, or the other one for Valorant. This one's not really associated with a lot of people. This was commonly used by Rocket League and R6 in their second season, except for Seth. Seth stayed with the white one. Seth was the all-white one for his entire career.
Yeah, I mean, his hair was red enough as it can match his jersey.
Yeah. This was, like I said, it was a preseason jersey for a lot of people. A lot of iconic players you can see in this one was Quixie, Anonymous, and also Captain Clutch. Those were the three people just kind of, whenever I love these jerseys, those are usually three people I look at when I come to it. Now, time to go for the one that doesn't really have too much history. I forgot to mention those.
This is the one I ripped in half.
Those ran from spring 2021 all the way to spring 2022.
Gotcha.
I want to play that. There was 4 seasons that were ran. This one, only 2 seasons were ran. Was the finally, all blacked out. well, mostly blacked out, Rio Esports one. This was mostly leaning towards a more traditional look for the jerseys. This was a very simple one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's more intricate design, more closer you look into it, but it was a safe choice.
Yeah. I remember that year we weren't looking for anything crazy. We weren't looking for anything big. We just wanted a jersey to get out there.
This was also designed by Esports Gear and also Zeddy at the time as well. He helped with the design. This was also one of those jerseys that really just wasn't a favorite with a lot of people. So some people said that it just didn't look good. Some people just didn't like how it felt. It wasn't my favorite, but I still have a lot of good memories in this. This one's mostly associated whenever I look at it. I think about the PB John.
Yep.
Mostly. Okay, the things that he made. He had the most success in this jersey. It was his Nationals run. He did this in this jersey. Not this one exactly. This one's mine. But, as well, Asgard, this was the first actual jersey he got, minus the baseball jersey. And I believe also, Majestic, which was one of the...
Yep.
Yeah, that Rocket League wrestled with Majestic and with Mason and all of them.
Yep.
I miss those guys, honestly. Those guys were fun.
Your chair is very comfortable, John.
Look, John, if you're watching this one of these days, just know, I meant to buy your chair. But you're saying life kicked me in the nads, so I couldn't buy it.
So I bought it.
I'm glad you bought it. So at least you got paid, man.
Yes.
And then now we go to today. The current modern day jersey we have for Rio Grande.
Mm-hmm.
Designed by yours truly with the help of Exclaim. I did not design this. Mostly I just picked the colors. I'm going to be honest with you. But I had the idea, I had the vision of it. There's technically 3 designs of this one.
Yep, I remember
There was this one. There was the same design, but it was white instead of black. And then there was white here as one of them. White and black. And that was the one that got favored by a lot of people, was the white and black one.
Yep, I remember we all wanted to get white and black because it reminded us of the old classic white.
I wanted 3. I wanted to have 3 jerseys so we can have home and away and a alternate. Granted, I know you don't need home and away for esports, but it's better to have, it's best to have options. Besides, the thing is that ever since the last jersey that we showed, that everything's been uniform. Mm-hmm. The first couple years we've had jerseys, we had Overwatch team going all white, then you had the Rocket League team going all red, and then you have our team being baseball.
Yeah, we had at one point in time we were trying to do voting on what team wanted which jersey.
Yeah.
To give some independency, but
and then as a Valorant, we split it. Main team had the white jersey, and then Team Black or Team 2, which one you want to call it, or the Academy team, had the red jersey.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the more fun times with it. I liked that creativity. We didn't get a chance with it though, because budget kind of doesn't really exist right now. But no, this is basically the first jersey we have with no partnerships or any kind of sponsorships on it whatsoever. I don't really gotta say anything about that. This is used by every team, but this is mostly associated with the League team and the Overwatch team right now, just because of their performances. And I would say this is the symbol, technically, of what you want to call the Diddy era, I guess.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
this is the first.
And it kind of makes sense. There's nothing on it. There's nothing.
It's a fresh start.
Distinct.
It's a brand
fresh
new
start.
This is basically just a new era of Rio Grande Esports. This is what it's supposed to signify. Iconic players on it. I'm gonna say not myself again because I designed it. Also have Simple Goose on here as well.
Yep.
It's kind of weird to see him. I would be weird to see him in any other jersey. Diddy because the first program.
Yep.
And then Buffalo as well. This is really iconic people throw. I mean, here's the thing. You can throw anyone from this season onto it because everyone looks right in it.
Right.
That's the best thing about it.
Yep.
All right. So we're gonna move on from that little history lesson. We got ourselves a player spotlight. We're gonna highlight Cody Phillips this week.
Cody Phillips, my boy, Red Pen.
I'm gonna let you do the honors because you're his coach.
Red Pen, he's one of my main support players. He's playing main support for the main team. He's plays a lot of the Lucios.
He plays a lot of the more aggressive players.
He's a very aggressive player. He's one of my freshmen, so we got a long run with him. Hopefully he's shining out. He's doing some pretty good things right now. I've moved him up because his work ethic.
Yes.
He always wants to learn something new. Non-stop texting me hey, if I'm doing this in this situation, what do I need to do here to make this work? And I would tell him, or he would be like, hey, are you free at this time to hop on and show me some things on this? And there's some points I'm like, I don't know what to coach you on anymore because you're doing everything right. But his drive to always be wanting to do something bothers. He's always taking notes and always learning something new.
What's also, I want to highlight something else as well with him is that he's, honestly, I'm pretty sure he's the he's the damage leader for the support players this year.
Probably.
I'll put it right now because Nick is mostly worried about healing. He's usually playing like your autos, he plays your Zen.
And which Nick does a ton of damage in general too.
Yeah, but the thing is, but you have a freshman that's keeping up with him too. That's the crazy part. But that's the thing with this one entire which is with Cody. He's just having a stellar season, especially with last season, just kind of being, I guess, a little underwhelming because of results. But he was
definitely one of the bright suits on Team Red last year.
But the thing is that his highlights now are just now coming out. Mm-hmm. He's doing a lot for the team.
Yep.
So the thing is also he's the one that's just not afraid to speak out. I'm not gonna lie, because we wait for Jared to say something. This man is screaming. He's like, no, go, 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 go.
Yep.
Like he's seeing the holes, just like how you see the holes.
Yep.
Because as soon as you're saying go, I can hear. Well, as soon as he's saying go, I can hear you screaming go back. He's like 2 seconds ahead of you.
Yep.
And that's the crazy part.
I also want to do my own personal shout out. Yep. Nolan, good job this weekend.
Yeah.
Great job this weekend. Nolan played on the Overwatch contenders scene.
The OWCS, yep. The championship.
He played on that. He placed 170th out of 400 teams, and these are not like some little rinky-dink high school, college teams. Like these are professional teams.
I'd say he was going against players like SK and all that.
Yep, he played against his last game. He played against J3 and Emong and all them. Yeah, but against big teams, and he did that. And one of his things, I was texting him last night while we were doing that event. I told him I was proud of him, and he did an amazing job. And he told me one of the craziest things I realized was stuff that I've coached him. And he's a top 500 player, and I've coached him this stuff, and he's like, the stuff that you've shown is so much of an importance in that game that the other teams we lost because of it, because of communication, because of the team's synergy itself was just not there. Like they said, these guys were top 100 players, and they were all able to compete at this level, but no one was on the same page, so they just didn't do anything right. And I was like, that's when it gets to the point where I say, it's more than just a game. It's more than just a soldier versus a reaper. It's more than all this. It's about me versus Traven in this situation. How am I going to outsmart him?
Yeah, that's the best way to put it, honestly. But yeah, congratulations to Nolan. I very proud of you. Really wish I could compete like you, to be honest, because I realized the other day, I don't know what I'm going to do after I'm done with all this. I'm just going to be sitting in my room doing nothing. I'm going to keep it a buck.
He's going to help me coach.
Kroger.
When did that happen? Stop saying Kroger. Alright, so I had some general talk things, but I really don't want to keep these guys waiting too much, so I'm just going to blow through them real quick. Okay, pause. After a 932-day drought, Sentinels has qualified for the VCT Masters Madrid, which was, just like the big tournament they have right now for Valorant. Last appearance they had was Masters Berlin in Masters Madrid is what they call it for. Masters Berlin is the last time they showed up into one, which is 2021. That is a 4-year gap, and they also blew up their legacy roster they had from that time. I know no one in this room understands Valorant, so we're gonna move on from that. As you said, Overwatch Esports is now on the rise again. It was in the post-Overwatch League era, as matchmaking company Face It is now taking control of everything in the professional scene right now. Currently, they're running what is called the We Are So Back tournaments, or WASB, as well as the WCS qualifiers, which no one has played. Now, the thing is, you're not just seeing these big teams anymore. You're not seeing Atlanta Raid or London Spitfires jumping on these teams. You're seeing orgs. You're seeing these scrapped up rosters. You're seeing anyone that wants to play. It's an exciting time to be a fan of Overwatch Esports, because the thing is, you don't know what you're gonna see. You're gonna see some very exciting gameplay out of people that you've never heard of.
Right.
And also the same people that you watched play for the last 7-8 years.
Yep.
It's just an exciting time. And also, one more thing, the PGL has announced a minimum of 8 $1 million tournaments for Dota 2. Now, while this is a good thing, it goes from 24 to 26. Now, while this is a good thing for Dota, when you look at the other Valve-controlled IP of Counter-Strike, it's kind of concerning, because it seems like Counter-Strike's just kind of been abandoned by Valve itself, at least from their esports department on some things. They've only announced one tournament since coming back, and that was the Copenhagen Major that's about to happen in about a few months. I mean, it's not that concerning, because they only run 2 or 3 majors a month, but they cut it down to 1 major now. And it's now kind of realized, is the money there? Is the interest there? What are we doing anymore?
And that's one thing that's hard with a lot of game companies I've noticed. Once they release a sequel to the game, it's a make or break.
Well, that's the crazy part. It's not even a sequel. It's just they redid the whole game.
Yeah.
They redid CSGO, and now CSGO doesn't exist anymore, which sucks.
I mean, yeah, and that's the thing. In that sense, they released the second game. Nothing changed really.
Yeah.
But in an Overwatch standpoint, they released Overwatch 2. They dropped from a 6v6 to a 5v5. They different maps. They have different heroes. It's something different. Like now, if like CS:GO would have went and got some different maps, which I think they probably did.
No,
but
it's the same map pool.
But if they had some different things into it, like if they had some different mechanics into it, not like saying they need to have abilities like Valorant does.
The difference between CS and that game is the fact that there's so much stuff in CS now that the game's been established for almost 30 years. Okay, you change so much now, you're gonna ruin the entire player base you've had. People have been playing the same game with the same exact broken guns or the same balancing, same everything.
Yeah.
For the last 25 years, and the thing is that they tried to change things. They introduced R8 Revolver in 2014. No one liked it. They introduced a couple new maps. No one liked them. They just want to play the same game they've had since 2012, which is understandable because the game in 2012 is amazing. It's still a great game. CS:GO, and
yeah, it's still fun.
Even CS2 is also a good game. The problem is that CS2 just isn't polished. It needs to be fixed because there's a lot of hacker problems. There's the game's too graphically intense for some people. It's just in a really bad state right now, and I think that's kind of one of the reasons why they're not getting any funding for the tournaments.
Right.
All right. There's one more segment I want to go before we introduce our
there's Diddy right there.
Our
just waved at us.
guest here. Let's call this talking point, and this week's talking point is going to be the bad eggs of esports. So you probably wonder where I'm getting at like that, okay?
Yep. And we can probably start introducing the new guys on their opinions on this.
Yeah. So actually no. I want to make this an open discussion with everyone else around me. So I'm going to introduce everyone right now over here on my left or on.
You can come in.
Yeah, you can come in now. Okay, come in here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to introduce our first part of our guest is going to be Seth McDonald, the brother of my ungrateful coach.
Do you want to just sit in the hole?
I know, it's bad. And then also, it's not just going to be him as well. We're also going to have the rest of the media team in on this. We're going to have Corbin Wilbur and Dylan. I forget your last name.
Boiler.
I'm going to go forward.
Dylan Whaler.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone.
Yeah, because we have a lot of interesting things with all these guys here, and we figured we'd give these guys some credit before we run out of time to give them any kind of credit. So, fill it back.
What do you? I just don't like the fact that we're wearing the same style.
So here's the thing: when it comes to esports, it is mostly some people are like, "Oh, esports is not for everyone. Not anyone can do esports." Now it is true that anyone can jump in and compete, but it depends if anyone can last. Not every single person can last ever. Hate to put it like that. We've seen countless people come through Rio Grande and just esports in general, come in and be some of the most genuine people, been some of the nicest people I've ever met. But then once you get them on the server, they are it's just not fun for everyone. Yeah. And it just becomes an issue. At the end of the day, those people leave, or those people switch games, or they just drop off the face of the earth, or they just quit all entirely. The thing is that I want to dial down what you guys think. What is the number one killer when it comes to most of these young esports players who come out and just I don't want to do this no more. And I talked to Devin about this briefly yesterday. Mainly it's ego.
Ego. Yep.
Mostly ego.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that
definitely it.
Because when I look at it, when it comes to mostly with ego and stuff, you get these people who think that they're God, and then once you get that mentality, then you start getting sloppy, and then once you start getting beat, you get in your head, and you start blaming everyone around you. You know, so it's like if I was walking here and be like, yeah, no, I'm the best Overwatch player, and then I'd get crapped on by Western Illinois this week. I'd be like, okay, well, it's not my fault. Jake's not doing enough damage.
I think I actually have a pretty interesting take on this one.
Really?
So you were saying that a lot of times it's people who get in their head and think they're way better than they actually are, and then blame other people. For me, what mainly got me out of it for a lot of it is people who do that. They start ripping on their teammates. I'm that teammate. And that's why
so you're saying the victim is also on the side of it too. So so basically the people being targeted.
The victims like to leave because it becomes stressful to continue being involved because of the one that gets so angry at everybody.
That's actually a really good take. I honestly like that because I've been in both positions where it's I've been the egotistical guy a couple times. I've also been the guy that's just. Devin disagreed, by the way. I've also been the guy that most of the time I'm usually the guy that kind of gets targeted.
Yeah.
You know, but
see, that's what made me quit playing in my high school senior year. I just got sick of everybody getting so angry because they weren't doing as well as they thought they would. And I just got sick of hearing it. I got sick of being the one they blamed. So
Yeah, I understand. Also, another thing as well, when it comes down to it, when you look at it, one of the big things, like one of the bigger killers as well, is just mentality in general. Because like because things around you, they get affected. Things just start to certain things happen in your life that cause issues, or the fact that people around you just don't feel comfortable with. Like you feel like the people around you just don't like you, or you just get a change of mentality where it's like, I just don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, it just changes the camaraderie of the team.
Once again, I've also been in that position as well, where it's just like, I don't know if my teammates like me or not sometimes. I mean, not these guys right now, the guys I'm with the Overwatch team, it's been different. But like every other team I've been on, it's like, I don't know if these guys really want me here.
And I will point out
we want you here, Traven.
that it's not the team. It's just that one person that
Yeah.
makes you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But it's that one person that makes you feel like crap, and then you make you think that everyone else hates you too.
Yeah, well, so the thing is, we've had that. It's not just been one person. We've had that with numerous people on numerous teams.
Yeah.
I've seen it firsthand. Like I've watched it happen. I've been in the scenarios. It's just not good. The thing is also for the fact that just a lot of biggest thing about that kind of ties into is immaturity.
Yeah.
A lot of these people who come in here, like a lot of these young guys that come in here, they're like, it's like I know everything about this game. I devoted everything to this game. I'm the best. And then like they're like, oh, you need to do this and you do that. And it's like, you're killing the fun of any part of this game I have.
Yeah.
Like I remember I had a teammate once where I loved him to death. I was hanging out with him. The only time I did not like him was when he came to me and he's like, you need to start playing these characters. And I'm like, I don't enjoy playing these characters. He's like, yeah, but it'll benefit us. And I'll start playing these characters and I'll do awful. And they'll be like, why are you doing so bad? You should be playing these characters. I'm like, I am. I just don't understand how to play them. And he's like, you don't play them well. You don't play these characters well. And I'm like, okay, why don't you do it? A lot of these things can be fixed, but they never get fixed because like ego just overtakes things. They try to force things that just can't happen. So
yeah, my partake in it, I was part of the Overwatch team and everything like that. I stopped with the Overwatch team because the team used to call me BDR. I'm not gonna say it on the podcast, but
Hammer down. That's all he's saying.
oh god,
He played Reinhardt all the
oh
time.
god, my cat
And I
was
was
getting faded
out at it.
My cat was getting faded into the green screen.
That's perfect.
Oh.
But there was two parts of me. I had two characters, Seth and then Zach, or just Seth as well.
Right.
I had my it's game time. And then I had my normal Seth.
Right.
And all of a sudden, I got to a point where my mental was so crap that they both started combining with each other, and I was not me. That's why I stopped Overwatch, because the mentality also is a huge thing with esports. It's more mental than any other game I played. Like baseball is a lot of mental, but it's mental that I could take easily. I was a pitcher, easily knew what's going on and everything like that. This one, there's 40 other things happening at one time in the matter of 3 seconds, and you got to figure it out and everything.
Yeah, no, that's honestly a really good way to look at it. Because like the thing is, that this is not just something that esports ego wise. You see a lot of these like big players, like big name players who are just nothing but like trash talkers and just having like they're characters. Let's put it like that. Like one of the most common ones, one of the most favorite ones of all time, and I know someone's gonna argue me. It's like, oh, it's not a real sport. Look at Dale Earnhardt. Okay, that man was one of the things that if he acted the way he did, that if someone acted like Dale Earnhardt did today in any kind of sport, people would call you they just call you. There's no way around it. But the thing is, like that's just what people want. They like these characters, but they also like them to fall. Like you see, Conor McGregor was one of them when he was in the MMA. You see, what is it? There was a football player that was like that too. Oh yeah, Eli Apple.
Before Conor McGregor, there was I think his name's Nidoc. Nidoc, the guy with the mustache.
Yeah. I'm about to say there's a lot of these people who are just like their whole entire personality is just I'm going to crap talk you the whole time, and then once they fall, everyone cheers about it.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that some people want to fill in that lane, like I want to be the next bad boy of my sport, and then they just get destroyed the first time they try to do it, and then they realize that's just not them, and they get mad about it.
Yep.
So, all right. So let's get into more personal things about these guys. Okay.
Yeah.
So once again,
Personal feelings.
so I got a little small interview section for all you guys, and I got something really fun because this man gave me questions that were BS last week. So I'm gonna start
Next time it's my turn, I'll try.
So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna start with you two. Okay.
So get some wrong answers.
I want to know what got you guys in the media?
Well, I would say it probably started mainly in the esports way when the original shoutcaster at Jackson High School graduated, and the void was just kind of left open. You got anything to say about that, Dylan?
Yeah. Well, I started because I was elected as a Smash Bros. Captain at my Jackson High School, and the void was left open from the shoutcaster, and I felt like media should be involved in esports. It shouldn't just be actual, like, you know, athletic sports. I feel like it should be like, you know, esports too. So I recruited Corbin, and I got him playing doing some of the shoutcasting and doing some of the work for that.
It was Tommy for a bit.
Yeah, there was Tommy for a bit.
But
And then I just slowly shifted out of my captain role and started getting involved in all forms of media.
and then we started with the podcast, and then we did the skits, and then we did the creative media, and we formed a whole team. And
That's what got me into video
Yeah.
production, actually. It was called Runaway Reagan.
Runaway. Wait. Runaway.
Wait.
Shut up. Say Runaway Reagan.
Runaway Reagan.
yes.
Explain.
So I was.
Jackson.
I see his name.
Go ball. I want to go ball.
I was.
Come on, Nick.
I was our skit director, and I would help us do a bunch of skits. I do the filming work, the directing work. And then one day I got sick with COVID, and I said, all right, so Corbin's going to arrest Reagan, and then he's going to take him to the podcast room.
Oh.
And when he does, we'll tease the podcast.
Yeah.
And then I was sick, so I just stayed home and waited for the result, and then Corbin did the rest.
Yeah, it was me, well, obviously Reagan, and Dakota. Shout out Dakota if you're watching this by any chance.
Cousin.
Yeah. It basically turned into this whole thing where I ran down the hallway, and it got really popular. And to be honest, I think they just liked seeing a fat guy like me run down the hallway.
Thanks for getting me out of class.
No problem. It's no big deal.
All right, thanks.
Yes. What?
Excuse me?
No! Reagan, wait! Reagan, wait! I can't run very fast. You go.
Reason and sanity could not sue.
For me. Reagan, no! Reagan.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. The funniest thing we've ever did was when we did the fundraising skit, and I wanted you to climb over the fence.
You did the
And-
gremlin thing.
And I was sitting there kind of like doing like you're freshman, I'm the older class. I'm kind of doing not hazing, but kind of just making fun with you guys.
It was hazing. You
But
could've
I was,
told me that.
I was
It
like, I
hazing.
want you to come out from underneath the staircase like you're a goblin. And the only thing that was going through my mind was like Danny DeVito, Trash Man. Just, hey, how's it going?
Exactly.
And I was like, I just want you to do it because I think it's funny.
It is. And that series became popular, and it escalated a lot, and then we ended up like fighting each other.
I'm gonna say, do you think we'll give us some kind of version of Runaway Reagan and for Rio sometime? Maybe. I mean, no, it doesn't have to be the Reagan guy. But you think seeing you run on a skit, you think would happen again?
You know, I think it might. If everyone's on board, it might. That would be hilarious.
I guess we can find a good way for it.
Well,
Nobody have said it.
Eventually, we kind of escalated it a lot because we're huge anime fans. So
No, you did not do the anime. No.
We didn't. No,
Okay.
we fought each other.
You can't touch me.
We didn't do that. Well,
No,
actually, no. Michael did that.
Yeah, Michael did.
Michael-
You can't touch my X-ray powers.
I know, we were obviously doing it as a joke. We weren't serious.
All right.
We didn't do it like that.
No.
No, what we did was superpowers. It was more of like Marvel and anime combined.
Okay.
So we had like these transformations like Goku, and then he would fire energy blasts at each other.
Okay,
It sounds ridiculous saying it now.
We're moving on to the next question.
Go on.
This is so good. Okay, go ahead and transition it, because this was Seth.
All
Alright, Seth.
Nighttime. It sounds so stupid saying it out loud, but it makes sense when you watch it.
Okay, so Seth,
You're gonna have to play a clip of it.
I know you're.
All right, I'm on clip.
Alright, so Seth, I know you're.
There was a banana.
Okay, out of the
Banana Man.
Okay, enough of that. We're done with Franklin. Okay, so you are out of everyone on the media team, you're the one that actually competes in this one. You switched from League of Legends to Overwatch. Can you give me insight?
No, I switched from
Overwatch to
to
League of
League.
Legends. My fault. I wrote it backwards on my thing. That's on me. When you approach this new game now, like how does it differ between like Overwatch than when you are League right now?
Oh, it's a huge difference. This one is, instead of a maybe 15-minute game, probably less like an Overwatch. I'm playing an hour, maybe 45 minutes to an hour game, and everything's just so different. I'm now a top view instead of like first person view. Also, there's like same amount of stuff I have to work. I didn't know I was that good at it.
He left. We all heard him scream.
Go ahead. I mean, I know, you're saying that like the games are a lot longer. Since it was kind of the opposite with me because like I played like CS and like Overwatch. I played CS and Valorant for the last like 2-3 years, and the games are extremely long. Like the thing going back, going to like Overwatch, and then we're like, I get subbed out after 15 minutes. I'm like, damn, I'm already done. Mm-hmm. Damn. That's like that. I mean, you can look back on like the stream from like my stream from last year. Last week. Not last year. Okay, last year you can look at it, it's like, man, I just don't want to play this. But you look at it from like this week now, from last week when we played. We subbed me in for Eichenwald before I went off on you. I remember I said, I was like as soon as I got I was like, damn, I'm out already. Mm-hmm. Like I was saying, like I only played for 10 minutes.
Yep. Games go by fast. The last week was a 30-minute game.
I want to put it out here, okay? All week, stop looking at me. All week, we're gonna practice Eichenwald for map 2. Mm-hmm. Traven, we're gonna have you play Ash. We did it for both days. We did it for both days. We practiced this crap endlessly. Okay? We get to map 2. Ladies and gentlemen. Traven, you're getting subbed out for Aston.
That's the thing. Like I have the starting rotation to do the maps, but also same sense. You got to know you dominated a map 1. I can get some more playing time with some of the other guys.
You could sub me out for map 3. I would play map 1 and 2 usually.
But I wouldn't ask him.
That's tough. You didn't. No, you wanted to make me mad. That's what you wanted.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, because
listen. I'm a record breaker. Like I said, I'm the legend legend killer.
Oh yeah, no. He pulled
Jake out.
Ended his streak. His 41 map streak. His 41 continuous map streak playing. That was honestly kind of crazy that he played that much. But I was also not crazy because he's been starting every game since they started. But that's the crazy thing I want to put out of that one is I was so furious. Because I looked at my stream, I was like, wait, pick that one. Wait a minute, you. I took my headset off. I took my headset off. You couldn't hear me say it, but you see me in the background of my webcam, just pointing at him, just talking to him. My fiance watched that, and she texted me. She's like, I just saw you go off on that. What was that about? I'm like, I was supposed to play this map. We practiced all week, and I'm not gonna play it. But no. But yeah, like I said, I understand your whole entire thing with how the games are longer now. You think that endurance is just kind of hard to build up to that after playing a game that just only lasts 10 minutes?
What's your diaper consumption like in the game?
None. Sadly.
What do you mean sadly? What do you mean sadly?
I was just. You know that one time you always want to try something out?
No,
This is what I want to try out.
No, we're not, no. Stop that.
Go to the bathroom!
No. But no, but you said you just need more endurance more than anything, right?
Yeah, it's more of
it's a marathon, right?
It's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
Yeah, You play 15 minutes and you take a 5-minute break. This one you're playing an hour and we just go straight to another game.
Yeah, you guys don't even take a break. You guys just jump right into it. That's
No.
the crazy part. You guys are insane. At least with Valorant and like CS, like we would play like MR12 matches and go to overtime. We'd take a good like top 5-10 minute break every time. Like we had a series go 3 hours, and it was only because we spent 15-20 of our minutes just taking a break. So yeah, no, I understand completely. So let's go with let's go back to you guys real quick. So something really interesting that happened that you guys told me about when I first met you guys. You guys did the role set for Esports Ohio's. Was it Esports Ohio's Minecraft
team.
Minecraft stuff?
We wrote that whole thing up.
Do you care to share some of the stuff with that?
Yeah, that was just more of a dead determined project I started. We're all big Minecraft fans, a lot of our Smash team back at the high school, and we just really wanted to play Minecraft as well. And there's a league out there, Comp MC, and Comp MC you can compete with your high schools and just the local teams in your area. Well, some of them are local, some of them are really freaking far away.
Yeah, like different time zone.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we basically took that and combined it with the typical Bed Wars style, because they did capture the flag. And we submitted it to ESO, we made a video, and we asked them, hey, please add this. And they just did.
That's actually crazy, honestly.
They said they liked our rules.
Do you think the ECAC should adopt it?
Yeah, I 100% think they should.
Dylan, you still got the rule set?
I got that rule set.
He's got the rule set, guys.
I still got the video too. I could just like crop out ESO and put ECAC.
I could.
Just put the logo over top.
Now,
Yeah.
this
Or
is
I can have you do a really big hype video for it.
So this is one final question. This is for everyone because I know that you're graduating here soon, Zappy, and I know Seth. I don't want to call you Zappy because this isn't Zappy sitting here with me. Zappy is BDR. Last time I checked, but I know you're graduating, and I know I'm graduating too. I mean, we're gonna be disappearing here soon. This is more toward you guys. Is there anything that we can expect from Rio Grande Esports Media in the near future or within the next year? Or have we not gotten that far yet?
I'm not sure, really. I expect to maybe get some new equipment in.
I'm saying you don't have any like ideas like planned or like you guys like. But here's my question: like, is there anything that you guys would like to do, like to expand to? Is the thing? So, like, because you know how we started the show this semester. Was there anything else you would like to try to explore?
Probably more promos like the Final Boss Con one.
I'd say that'd be a big part of it.
Yeah.
And I mean, really just trying to improve upon quality. You want things to look better, sound better. You want to get rid of that hum in the soundboard, you know?
You know, that's what I understand.
Yeah, just, I mean, tidying it up some, and whatever ideas are brought towards us, we'll try to execute that. Like this show is mainly your guys' idea, so, you know, people have ideas, we want to help make it happen.
I say y'all have done an amazing job with it too, and you've also done an amazing job casting over the year. So I'm very proud of you, Seth. We have one more segment, and this is mostly just because I want to get payback onto Corbin.
Also,
I got you guys.
Before you start that, speaking of Final Boss Con,
Yeah, Final Boss Con, May 4th.
May the 4th. This is one of the shirts we had from last year, so.
For more details, go to finalbosscon.com or go to Facebook to the Final Boss Con page.
Yep.
And you'll find more details, such as
Or watch my ad on YouTube.
the ad is probably somewhere.
Love you, Mackenzie. I don't know if you're ever gonna watch this, but
Ooh, Mackenzie.
the guy who created it,
Oh, my okay.
my buddy.
I'm about to say Emily's about to be pissed. It wasn't good. Nothing wrong with it. It was just, I thought maybe you were cheating or something. Anyway, so we got ourselves another trivia segment. And it's mostly to spite you guys, but since you guys are also here, I want you guys to follow some of that.
I'm guessing wrong answers only.
Okay, so this is, we're doing ourselves some esports trivia. Okay? So here's the thing, it's going to be a mixture of Rio Grande Esports questions alongside actual overall esports questions. So there will be multiple choice on the majority of these.
Okay.
Some of them there won't be. I'll give you right now. Okay?
That's fair.
So we're going to start off with the first one. Okay? It's a pretty easy one. Out of the two teams, my fault. I messed that up. What was the first teams for Rio Grande? So there's two answers on this one. You have Valorant, League of Legends, Overwatch, Rocket League, or Smash Bros. So out of those 5, which 2 existed first?
Should I have said?
You know already, so.
Yeah,
I think I got it.
You'll go last. Okay, we're going to run through everyone first. So what's your answer, Corbin?
My answer is Valorant.
And there's just 2.
Oh, Valorant and Overwatch.
Okay.
Rocket League and League of Legends.
Okay. Both you guys hit something, but you guys only got 1 right. Seth, what is the right answer?
Valorant and League of Legends.
Yes.
It is Mario Kart and Donkey on Nintendo 64.
Donkey?
Donkey?
Yeah, Donkey.
Donkey.
Donkey on Nintendo 64.
I'm not here.
Let's say the first director.
Donkey!
The first director we ever had, Alex Agukas, only was trying to get as many teams as possible, but the first 2 teams he got successfully running was the League of Legends and Valorant team, which I played on since day 1.
I was just here. Like I learned about it.
You delivered a pizza.
Yeah, I delivered a pizza. That was it.
Those teams' first seasons, both only won 1 game. But the second season, Valorant made it to playoffs. So, not a unsuccessful season, nonetheless. Well, obviously, a successful year. Okay. What game did Rio Grande win a championship in first? Is it Rocket League, Rainbow Six, or League of Legends? Because you guys already know which teams won one. Okay?
Yeah.
Because the trophy, you see all those trophies every time you walk in. Which one was there first?
Him first or me?
We'll keep going around. So, we're going to start Corbin?
If I'm remembering right, I think it was League of Legends.
Rainbow Six.
You already know, don't you?
Rainbow Six.
It was Rainbow
It's
Six.
NCAA
I was shocked.
2003.
That's a good game. Are you talking about football? Yeah, that's a good game. That's funny. That's also
No. I was talking about basketball.
Oh,
I you said basketball game.
Funniest part is
basketball.
I was actually casting that game.
You casted that?
Yeah, I casted that.
I watched that through Ray's stream, and it was one of those jarring things when they won the championship. They played 5 hours.
Yes, it was.
I watched it through Rio stream. I worked that day. I went to work, was at work, did a full shift watching the stream, literally bought some stuff at Walmart to take back to hang out with you guys, came back, you guys were still in the game, and we watched the rest of the game on there. Remember a good old monkey couch?
Yep.
Every time there was something good going on, we'd go, ooh, ooh, ooh.
I wasn't there for that. I was at home.
Yeah, we were screaming in the
No,
lobby.
I watched it. The thing is, from my perspective, it was a very bitter, sweet thing, because I was honestly kind of upset for the fact that because the one thing I really wanted at the time was be part of the first team to win a championship, but I was so happy that it happened because Seth Caboose got to win the first championship, and he got what he deserved after all his hard work. And honestly, I was very proud of him in that moment. Also for the fact that also Ray, there's a lot of people on that team that really deserved it.
Yep.
Honestly, I was really happy that they were the first one if it wasn't me. Alright, so we're going to transition. We're not talking about Rio anymore. We're talking about esports in general in this one. What is the most popular esports title as of 2024? Is it CS, League of Legends, Fortnite, or Call of Duty? So like player numbers.
I would have said CS, but I think it's League of Legends now.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Call of Duty.
Okay. And so
I think it's Call of Duty or League. It's either one. I can't
pick one.
Oh, frick.
Polygon.
That's a good game. That's a good ass game. If you guys have Steam, play Polygon. It's like an indie game. It's like
Battlefield, but with Minecraft.
It's like
I
Battlefield.
remember that one.
Yeah, it's not bad. So
League.
Okay, so the answer is League of Legends.
Nice.
It has been the most popular game for almost 10 years.
Yep.
A lot of players. It's the thing is that it's one of those games where in America you can go up to people and be like, oh, he's your league mate. They're gonna be like, you're a nerd. But if you go to Brazil or Korea, they're gonna go full on oh you don't play the game? That's weird.
So you want to hear the math about that?
Sure.
So the reason why League of Legends, so there's League of Legends, Valorant, Garena Gunfire, Genshin Impact, all of them. The reason why they are so
Is it 10 cents? Most of the
no. So the reason why they are so popular is because they are free. Because they're lower income places that play games, and they play the ones that are free.
And then but in America mostly people want to play the more premium.
Yes,
that makes
because
sense.
You know what that makes you, knowing that fact.
Nerd.
Alright, so
Game theory.
now here's another thing as well. What esports event has the highest prize pool in esports history? Is it the Call of Duty League Championship, which is just different Call of Duty, VCT Championship, which is for Valorant, the International, which is the Dota, like the main Dota tournament, or FNCS World Cup, which is for Fortnite.
I would have to guess Dota. I mean, it's been popular like forever, so.
Okay.
Whatever one's the international.
That would be the Dota one.
You just said Dota was $1 million.
That's saying that's what they planned.
Oh,
Doesn't mean that. I'm saying like
Oh,
this
that's
is like
already happened.
this is all time. Yeah, because
what was the question?
because the CDL champs, VCT champions,
Oh,
the International or FNCS World Cup. God.
My PC builder.
Okay, so the answer is actually the International. It is the highest prize pool of all time in any esport. FNCS was the next one on the list. CDL chance was nowhere near it. I had to throw Phil in it.
Wait,
Okay.
which one?
God, wasn't.
CDL chance. It was nowhere near. Same thing with VCT. That one wasn't really high either, but that's because it's just still up and coming game. So, all right. So, what game has Rio not fielded in collegiate esports yet? Is it Call of Duty, Madden, Mortal Kombat, or Fortnite?
Minecraft.
I was gonna say.
That's technically true.
Yeah,
That's technically true.
Beat you.
that is true. I would have to say Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the same.
Okay.
It's Mortal Kombat. I really wanted to join one, but
It is Mortal Kombat. We had a COD roster that was
In Minecraft.
headed by. We never had a Minecraft roster.
Yeah, exactly.
Never
Never
had
had
we
one.
technically did. We had like 2 people that played Minecraft.
That
That
was
was
it.
it.
What, us?
No.
Okay, but I'm saying with Call of Duty, we had 2 rosters. We had a roster for World War II. We had a roster for Modern Warfare 2. We also for Madden. We had a Madden player. He was here for a couple weeks, played a couple matches, and then was not able to finish. And then Fortnite, we technically did have a team. They have not competed at all. That team did not get signed up correctly this semester. We might see it next semester.
Wait, what?
But no, Mortal Kombat was... Yeah, no, we were supposed to get Pietro, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Yeah. But no, Mortal Kombat we have not had any interest in. But things that might change, dude. We've seen Second Heaven actually playing a couple games right now. This man missed out completely because they did... If you looked on the ECSC website, they did have a Mortal Kombat tournament.
I know, and we weren't able to do
They
it.
also had
Oh, yeah,
Halo.
no, you weren't able to do it.
They also had Halo.
Yeah, you weren't able to do it because you walked in League of Legends. And you can only play one game at a time, which is kind of not muy bueno.
I have a question for you. I don't know if you have it as a question yet, but here's a question for everyone. Only me and Seth would know this.
Okay?
What are 2 club sports that Rio had that no one really played a lot on?
I know one of them.
Yep.
Apex Legends.
I ran Apex.
I was on Apex.
The other one Seth ran.
What was the other one you played?
World of
Halo.
Warcraft.
We
Halo.
had a Halo team?
We had a Halo team.
When did we have a Halo team?
It's
Just
when
when
me
I
and
was
Seth were
Diamond.
Oh. Damn, I didn't know we had a Halo team.
Yeah. Halo Infinite.
Hey,
I was
you didn't have
teaching
the
everyone.
you didn't have the boot for. Hey, we booped earlier for when I said. We're never gonna boop now because I said again. And a boop right there.
Cut it! Just cut a clip!
We're cutting.
Okay, so this is one. Okay, we have one that also has some bonus points on it too. I expect no one to get this completely right, or I expect barely anyone to get it right in this room at all. So, in competitive Call of Duty history, what is considered to be the best team of all time? Bonus points you can guess it for each player you get right that was on the roster. Is it Optic Gaming, FaZe Clan, Team Envy, or Cloud9?
It was the LA Swingers and Steve Nash was their head player.
We were just here for the other day.
So anyway, you round off those answers again.
Yeah.
Optic Gaming, FaZe Clan, Team Envy, or Cloud9.
I mean, probably FaZe Clan. That's the one I've heard of.
Team Envy.
Any guesses for you?
Wasn't it, who were they again?
You got Optic, FaZe, Envy, or Cloud9.
It was FaZe, I think.
No. No one got it right on that one. That was Optic Gaming. It was the Dynasty roster they had.
I thought it was Cloud9 or...
No. It was the Dynasty roster from Advanced Warfare all the way to Infinite Warfare, which was Scump, Formable, Crim 6, and Karma. Great. A lot of championships between those 4, just as a roster. Anyway, so we got a bonus round before we get into the final round. Bonus round, List off every game I competed in.
You?
Me. Of all the 5 games I competed in Rio, list off every game I've been on.
Let's
Val. Smash.
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
R6. Honey Pop.
Arson.
What was it? Apex?
CS.
Technically Apex. I didn't.
Oh wait, CS, yeah.
I didn't play. We didn't get paid in Apex, so I didn't count.
They were going to do that huge championship.
Or ALG.
Hey, Devin got bonus points.
Yeah, Devin actually got some right for once.
You got all of them right.
Funny thing is that with bonus points, I'm pretty sure you tied with everyone.
Well, I don't know. Roll the clip of every freaking week he brings it up. That was a lot of unnecessary aggression. I'm sorry. Very unnecessary.
He pulled out his aggression.
I just want to put out, like, I don't. That's the fun thing is, like, you guys.
You can make a montage and it lasts about 5 minutes long of you going, I played in 5 sports.
I just needed a filler question. You had the God, you guys suck, dude. Am I not allowed to, like,
Alright, you got that out too. I just had to say it.
Okay, so I dropped my phone because Seth said something that we cannot keep in the episode. Thanks, Seth. Appreciate that one. Anyway, as they were saying, as they're making fun of me with the thing like that. Am I not allowed to be proud about anything?
No.
Okay, well that sucks. Okay, well it's like the thing is I competed doesn't mean I do good. That's all that matters. Okay, final round for everyone, and if all of you get this wrong, I am drop kicking every individual one of you. You don't count in this one. Stop trying to look there. God.
Put your hand in my face.
Can you be normal?
No.
We're not brothers. We're not all 3 brothers.
Yeah, no, people think we're all brothers. I don't see the resemblance.
Yeah, just Devin and Traven.
I'm just.
Why did you think it was a good idea to bring him on?
I thought it'd be funny if we brought all the casters on.
Do you not remember who your brother is?
It's gonna be so fun editing. I'm gonna have to cut out like everything.
At this point, can you just like have like some like symphony
Just
music like picking up and just going like crazy as we're going?
Yeah,
crazy?
Just Photoshop Shaquille O'Neal. Just right here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sheila
so-
Neal, right there. I want him right here.
Okay, final question. All right, in the FGC, which is the fighting game community, an infamous clip from EVO, which is the biggest tournament in the in fighting game history, has circulated for years and is known as EVO Moment 37, where Daigo perfect parried his opponent's super move and won the round on the sliver of health. What game were they playing? Is Tekken, Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, or Mortal Kombat?
You know, I know is that the Wombo combo?
No.
Happy Feet, Wombo combo?
That's Smash, I think.
The Wombo Combo Smash.
Yeah.
So I will give you that one.
The game was Cyberpunk 2077, and you're doing the fight scenes to get some better equipment.
That's actually not a bad guess, but no.
It's Tekken.
Tekken.
What about
yeah,
you?
that's what I was gonna say.
Okay,
Tekken.
switch. What did you say it was?
I was gonna say Tekken.
What do you think it is?
Street Fighter.
Tekken?
Or is it Mortal Kombat?
The
It's
only
not.
person that got it right was Dylan.
Told you.
It was Street
Yeah.
Fighter. It was Third Strike.
No.
What I'm gonna need you to do in editing,
Wasn't that the one where the two...
put the clip, but just put like the clip I was talking about like in here, not the whole thing, just like the combo happening. I'll send it to you later. But
Wombo combo.
no, not the combo.
Wombo combo.
Never mind. Scratch that.
Daigo down, 1-0.
But the thing is, if you look up EVO 37, it is a Street Fighter. It was a Street Fighter.
Spin.
It's one of the most popular things that really happened in the FGC. So.
M for Mega, W for Wombo.
Patrick. I miss SpongeBob.
I know. I grew up around that time too.
should be set to W for Wombo.
I promise we're not brothers. Like, look at this. We're not. I'm looking at it. I don't see how people mix it up. How we mix it up? get it. Do you get it? Anyway, that's everything I have written down. Is there anything else you want to say, Devin?
No.
All right.
Traven.
Go to Final Boss Con May 4th.
What about you guys? You anything you want to say to the crowd before we go home?
I was just gonna ask you something, Traven. A question. Now that you gave me the trivia, I got you one question.
Okay, let's go for it. What's the question?
All right. When was the first ever esports competition, and where was it held?
You put this in the last episode, the clip.
Yeah, I did, and I'm doing it just because of that. See if you guys remember.
I don't remember what I did yesterday. I don't remember what
I
time.
remember the answer.
No, I don't remember what I was doing before I even got down here. I
What's
do remember actually buying a game and putting it behind behind WWE, and now I have hours on the game I'm not supposed to have hours in. It's a good thing I turned my computer off, or else it'd be back on.
It was Pac-Man, and it was during the alien invasion. Adam Sandler.
Are you saying the movie Pixels?
Adam Sandler had to save us all. Thank you, Adam Sandler.
You know what it was?
You're right, Devin.
You know what it was?
You.
It is
It was
when
Sandler.
I played Pac-Man at your mama's house. That's what I did.
That is correct. Good job.
Traven, I got a question for you. Can you read one page of a Harry Potter book?
Yes, I can.
Good for you.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap it up here for Eye of the Storm. Pac-Man. This man is an idiot, and I also have my other two, I'm not saying workers, but I'm not paying you. My two colleagues here for the media team. Thank you guys for coming here, and why don't you ever watch what you say sometimes? And we're going to...
stuff. It wouldn't be funny.
Fair enough. That's fun. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. I'm Traven, that's Devin, and we're now going to... probably beat the crap off him some.
No,
when
I'm
not.
not.
Not this week. Not this week. When the camera comes off. When the camera comes off.
Got it.
When the camera goes off. Give me the ball. Ow! You good?